Hello everyone, my name is Chris, and these are my 20 hours of Soldier 76. Soldier 76 is a character that always brings a lot of memories. I have about 350 hours in dedicated Kovacs practice, so my hitscan aim is bound to be really strong. And looking at the first part of the challenge I did 2 months ago, I realized how much I have grown as a player in terms of my aim, in terms of my positioning, in terms of understanding of the game and characters, matchups, ultimate usage, all that good stuff. I feel like the quality of lobbies have improved so much. When the first part I was floating around Diamond 4 level, this time these are Masters lobbies with a bunch of Smurfs with 3 hours in game, and it's gonna be really interesting, nice and challenging to see how far I will be able to go in those additional 10. Well, let's get started. I would say overall with great understanding of your positioning and matchups as well as nice aim, I don't feel like you will have problems climbing the ranks up on Soldier, but there are situations where you are encountering a duo that's running Tracer, Doomfist, and they are both about GM level players playing on their Smurf accounts in low Masters, and it was quite a challenge to go against them, yet I was trying my absolute hardest. When it comes to Tracer versus Soldier matchup, I feel like Tracer is always at danger when it comes to half of his body HP plus Helix is always a guaranteed kill, so it turns into a very funny game who has better aim and mechanics. Yet when you add another dive tank such as Winston or Doomfist into equation, it becomes so much easier for Tracer to actually deal with you and make your life miserable. Here we are going for a beautiful Helix plus melee combination. I'm going for a nice ultimate to finish up the work, and it was, by the way, 96 to 85, so we were able to convert that. Here is my 1v1 duel with that Tracer. We are both pretty good mechanically. I would say that I made a mistake by recalling too early against the Doomfist. You probably did not see that, but that's not a problem. So it's 1-1. 38 to 70, and we were able to go for that beautiful play. If you haven't noticed, Cassidy rolled into the Tracer and they both were killed by the pulse bomb, which was super nice. And after getting those 2 crucial kills on high ground, we got a W. Going into the 3rd hour of the challenge, after a few games, I get those dudes yet again. And I was actually so disappointed because they were both toxic towards our healers, they were both toxic towards our second DPS, who was not as good as me. They were not really pleasant people to play with, and I feel like charisma is the combination of presence, warmth and power, and those players did not have warmth, so that was unfortunate in that part. So we were absolutely cooking on Paraiso, another Doomfist matchup where I am getting constantly jumped. I feel like the biggest problem with Soldier is that you want to play on an off angle. Something tells me that in Overwatch 2 there are so many options and possibilities to get you off that off angle pretty easily, and there is nothing you can do to save yourself. And again, I am getting absolutely blasted by the Doomfist, but if I have the chance to stand in a very safe and nice spot and just pew, that's gonna be massive. We got the kill onto the Nanoblade. We are going for a beautiful ultimate to finish off the first half. They were not able to get 3 points, which was really nice for that. Here I am consciously taking really good positions, and actually after 5 hours I think I got a coaching session with a Contenders coach who actually told me that I have positioning mistakes, and pretty much he told me how to fix them, and oh my god, it was so easy from now on to like diff my opponents, to be in great positions where they just literally cannot do anything against me. We're gonna talk about this a little bit later, but I am trying to go for high grounds which I can access. I'm trying to go for an off-angle spots where I can safely shoot and opponents cannot do anything against me. So overall, even though players were absolutely horrible in terms of their personalities, we were able to cook this lobby pretty easily without any problems. I feel like every single hour 4 mark of every single challenge, it's time for me to shine on a character. I finally remember / realize how cool and fun and easy it is for me to dominate on a character. I find my win conditions, I'm in great positions for all the great situations, and it feels like I am not focusing on my mechanical part too much, but just being in a flow state and having fun. Here we are going for a nice outplay into the Hanzo. I am quickly turning around to not get headshotted by his arrow, maybe getting a body shot, which not gonna be lethal with Mercy. And we are destroying the Translocator of the Sombra, getting a kill on her, and continuing our domination on the King's Row. I absolutely don't understand the Winston choice on this map, specifically considering the fact that this is a Ramatra map where you have massive value from your sleeps. Slows, I wanted to say. You have massive value from your ultimate, where you can just chase infinitely and your ultimate will never gonna end. Here we are going for a nice monkey kill, going for a Symmetra diff right there, getting the kills on the turrets, and with Ramatra ultimate, there is nothing this player can do to save himself. We are continuing our domination, and Winston is gonna fall really quickly with that Discord orb. Nice shield onto the Widowmaker, so she will not headshot anyone. And yep, that's how our attack is gonna finish with 4 minutes on the clock. Here we're gonna have a nice reaction moment onto the Moira, like I'm like, whoa. I flicked on another person and then flicked back to finish the kill. This was very satisfying, and this is how this game is gonna end. We're going for a visor with pretty much low value, but it's enough to let the team win. Hour 5, and we are going for a Watch Point Gibraltar. I have a coaching session scheduled with a Contenders coach later on in this day, and I was a lot more conscious about my positioning. I was a lot more conscious. I wanted to make as little mistakes as I possibly can when I'm gonna go into a session to not disappoint my coach. So I was going for high grounds. Like this time I decided to spend some more time flanking so I can have a better positioning, because I feel like Overwatch is a game of resources, not a game of kills, and I feel like I can kill 5 players if I'm gonna be in a very advantageous position, and they would be in a very bad position in that regard. So in a perfect scenario, in that current situation, I would want to flank behind and go onto the far high ground and just shoot them from the back. Unfortunately, my enemies are not allowing me to do so, and that's really sad. So here, a very losable game, by the way. I was trying my absolute hardest, and with the Mercy Pocket, it was pretty satisfying to play. 1 minute on the clock, and if I were to lose this particular fight, we would 100% lose this game. But me, Doomfist, and Mercy are going for a complete domination. I'm popping my visor, getting a kill onto the Cassidy, turning around, getting a kill onto the Hog. It was super lucky that he did not kill me here. I am juking his damage. We are going for some more. I'm playing behind, Reaper is coming back, but the Sombra and Lucio are coming back, so it's all very clunky, but we got the W in the end. Hour 6 was the moment where I got coached. We were looking at my Ana Mid-Masters replays, and I realized that I can apply the same principles when it comes to Soldier. So again, I was taking extra time to flank. I was not dying like an absolute idiot. I was playing safer than I ever would. I was going for safe positions on high grounds where it's gonna be super hard to kill me, while I have an ability to harass my opponents. Right here in this particular situation, we are down 1 player, and the opponents would waste so much time and resources chasing me, but as a result will not get anything. Just waste their time, waste bubbles, waste cooldowns, just to get killed. As a result, they were caught in a very simple trap where my teammates clenched them from both sides, and we got a W in that engage in the end. Here we are going for a kill on Zen in defense, and on attack, I am flanking. I'm making sure that this Widowmaker has no options to escape. And right here, look at what I'm doing. Before coaching, I would have stayed point. Right here, I'm taking high ground. Notice how much harder it is for my opponents to literally do anything. This Baptiste is not even looking at me. This guy is not even looking at me. And this is just horrendous. This Zarya has nothing and nowhere to run. And if I were to be on the low ground, it would be so much harder to survive and stay alive. Another principle, I'm flanking, I'm taking the high ground, I'm going for a kill with Genji. Unfortunately here I wasn't able to get a kill on the Junker Queen on the first approach, but the second time we got our boys, I got greedy with my Helix, and again, the games are so much easier with that regard. Here we are going for an absolute domination on attack, and opponents have nothing to do with us. I'm going behind, Junker Queen was off the point, and they C9'd. They just C9 the point. Jesus Christ, man. It is actually very interesting how one word from an expert in your field can absolutely turn around and make your life, make your work a lot more efficient, a lot better, and a lot happier. Here on Havana, I'm going for the same principles. I'm taking high ground. I'm not only taking high ground myself, but I'm denying high ground from my enemies. Luckily, they are allowing me to do so. Well, here I am almost getting a kill onto the Echo, reloading, getting a kill on the Widowmaker that is trying to diff me while I was crouch spamming. And unfortunately, we were not able to hold them on the first point, and after a very successful Wiser when I am diffing the Cassidy and then going for some more, we are just continuing our domination on defense. Like right here, instead of dropping down, I'm choosing an alternative path to get a reliable kill onto the Zenyatta. Here, I feel like before the session, I would never take that position. I would never ever in a million years think that this high ground is eligible and valuable enough to play it, but now it is gonna be my go-to position. Again, another high ground where I am feeling like an absolute untouchable creature, and I would be playing on a car. I would be playing on a car if it were to be for my old self. Hopefully I'm gonna get GM soon enough on all roles. This was my dream as soon as I started playing Overwatch. And I feel like in about 300 hours, I will be able to hit my first GM. I feel like it's gonna be on the support first because I'm more interested in that role, but who knows, maybe we're gonna get it on DPS as well. With great positioning and great aim, I feel like there are not gonna be many obstacles. Again, I'm going for a very alternate flanking route, very unexpected, very unpredictable, going for Sigma, not showing my position, and boom, again, like, wow. It's all I can say. Wow. It's really interesting. I realize that my teammates are gonna be fine without me. They are capable human beings with 2 supports, 1 tank, and 1 DPS to stay alive without me. And when I am going for a good position and they are dying, well, that is not my problem. I realized that I was losing so many more fights by being a person that's trying to help right now instead of a person that would try to help as effective as I possibly can. Here we are going for a funny little happy accident. I thought I'm gonna go and use my nano to the full potential. We are getting a kill here. We are almost getting a kill on that Ana player. And after a nice juke onto Ramadra by taking high ground, we are just denying so much space from these players. It is actually insane how easy it is below Masters and even in Masters lobby to take advantageous positions. Opponents are just giving you all the space in the world. I understand that in top 500 lobbies I'm gonna be punished for maybe mistakes that I am making right now by taking so much space. But I feel like these players are only happy to give me all the space, destroy them, so maybe they can learn something new. Attack was quite successful, yet we were absolutely not cooking on defense. I was having pretty good accuracy, I was having pretty good positioning. My teammates were not cooking as well. My second DPS was lacking quite some damage, and my tank as well. It's not a problem. Things happen. I feel like this whole soldier challenge is a massive insight to how I want to approach this game. And after this particular one, I realized how much I absolutely love talking with people and being like funny, being silly in a microphone. We were making jokes while slamming those dudes, and even if we were losing, it's still not gonna be a problem. I feel like happy environment is a lot better than like a lot of wins or a high win percent or a lot of kills. I feel like when you are accepted, I feel like when you are treated not by how you play, but rather than who you are, and it was just a magnificent feeling. We were having an absolute blast, speaking in the microphone, going for jokes. It was amazing. I absolutely love it. Nice kill to the Widowmaker in the air. Here we are defing another Tracer player with my Zenyatta. And I feel like playing Soldier is an absolute power of friendship kind of game where you are highly unlikely to kill someone solo, but when you have a friend that can help you with a bit of damage or a bit of distraction or a bit of pressure, you can actually destroy your competition.
Snowballs, bubbles.
Here I am going for high grounds again. I'm taking very favorable spots. And last two clips are gonna be an absolute destruction of the Bastion player. Here I'm standing on the high ground. We got the kill on this guy, and the poor guy thought he's gonna do something again.
Oh no.
Hour 10, and I realized that I have such peace and tranquility of mind, even in the hardest situation, even in stressful situations that I would have playing this game. I am so calm and collected. I am so ready for pretty much every single outcome I already lost in my head, so there is nothing for me to lose. So I can just focus on being the best version of myself, and I don't care about the outcome. As a result, it makes me a better player. It feels like when in moments of critical stress, your skills are gonna be lowered to your reflexes, not your maximum potential. And I feel like with all the aim training I did, I feel like with all the things that I did, my reflexes are on a very good level to perform, and as I've said earlier, hopefully I'm gonna get Grandmaster as soon as I possibly can, but that's not the main goal. The main goal is to play my absolute best every single time I click play more and just have fun in the game, because if you are not having fun, there is no point in playing. At least that's my perception of the situation I have right now. This game was very close, yet we were able to convert it with a nice triple kill. And then we got the Zarya in the end. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Take care.